of the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, MAGBAN, from 10 billion, from 2 billion to 1 billion naira in his ongoing trial for alleged money laundering, intensifying public debate over the group's controversial reputation. Bodijo, who was arrested earlier this year, faces accusations tied to suspicious financial transactions. But his lawyers argue that the charges are politically motivated and designed to weaken Fulani pastoralist leadership. The development comes against the backdrop of MAGBAN's recent rejection of the United States designation of the group as a terrorist organization. A label the association insists is unfair and stigmatizing to millions of law-abiding cattle herders across Nigeria. While the court's decision offers Bodijo temporary relief, critics say the reduced bail highlights Nigeria's uneven justice system, where powerful figures often secure leniency despite grave allegations. Well, I would like to, because this has to do with the law, I would like to start off with one of the gentlemen with us that is, knowledgeable in things of the law. So, Mr. Eze Luche, who is a lawyer, of course, I'd like your thoughts on this one before I go to Williams Diaye, who's standing by. So, your broad reaction to this bill reduction, and then also we understand that the shorties, the requirements for the shorties also were reduced, and some are saying at this time is this leniency needed at this time?
Well, thank you very much. For starters, it is preposterous that the court will want to give somebody bail and talk of 2 billion, 1 billion, 500 million. It's a joke. It's a joke. The court should have severally been urged by God's because want to give somebody, want to admit somebody to bail. You have to be realistic. What does the court mean by billion? Where does that come from? That is how corruption is promoted in society. When you make such credible sums, you have better if it has not been granted at all. But the major issue in this case is why charge a man who should be facing terror charges for such lenient issues as money laundering? The Miyetti Allah is identified by the US and some other foreign governments as a terrorist. And it's not just by they did not decide money to like a terrorist. On several instances, Miyetti Allah had given reasons why its members embarked on mass killings on the same recent genocide issue. And in some instances, they will say their cows were killed. That is why they are now coming back to retaliate by sacking entire communities and so many. They make such comments. So they announce themselves as a terrorist group. Why is the Attorney General signing off such a man for money laundering when the real charge should have been terrorism or even the murder of innocents? The same kind of thing was played out in the Orire community abduction issue. When instead of charging the 3 people who were arrested for murder or some kind of homicide and terrorism, government wanted to charge them for ridiculous issues, which they got what I consider a lenient life imprisonment. They was one day bring out of jail and go. So that should be the worry. The worry is not it is wrong to have given a bail of 1 billion to anybody. So that sum is preposterous. So then, why is this man being charged for money laundering when the actual charge for the head of Miyetti Allah to be terrorism, murder, because they have the documents signed by him, by the same man, in the same man in charge. He has owned up for mass killings. That should be the charge. Thank you very much.